Friday, May 5th, and it must be time for another legislative update from your North Carolina Medical Society. It's the calm after the storm. The light has come back out, crossover is done. This has been a marvelous week. I think the only time we've ever really gotten together this week as the Chambers is to honor the UNC basketball team. And we didn't even have to go down there for that. But even so, even though the Chambers have been basically at rest this week, the Senate has been very busy with their budget, working behind the scenes, finalizing the different elements of their budget, and your calls on scope of practice and your calls opposing Senate Bill 629 and the balanced billing, transparency, insurance provisions that are included in that have been very helpful in our conversations with senators this week as they've been finalizing the different elements and provisions that would be going into the Senate budget. So thank you for that. While we're on a little pause, I think it's really important that we talk a little bit about why we do this on a weekly basis. And we do this not just to inform you, those of you that are watching religiously, that are keeping up and then going to the action alerts and that sort of thing, but we do it also as something for you to share with other people. Because we realize that we're not getting out to everybody with our emails, we're not getting out to everybody with our videos or our tweets or our Facebook posts or our LinkedIn posts, all those different things, all the many resources that we have to communicate with folks. But you have the chance to spread the word to many, many more people. 10 or 15 people that you're having coffee with from time to time, talking about what the Medical Society is doing, hitting the forward button on this message or the share button on this message and sending it to folks that you're connected with that aren't connected directly to us and not receiving this right now. And it's so important. I'll take you back to 2011 for just a brief moment. You'll remember that's the year that we passed Senate Bill 33, the mega change in tort reform, the update to the medical malpractice statutes that we've been seeking for more than 2 decades. And I was back home in Tarboro visiting my dad at the Harborough store, and on the aisle there with me was his doctor, who was sitting there saying, you know, Chip, I'm really sorry about the whole tort reform thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, well, the governor vetoed it. And I'm like, Doc, you missed it. We overrode the veto. And he had not even heard about it. This is somebody that I knew growing up, somebody that was personally associated with my family, that was obviously keeping up with what was going on, but he heard that one spot in the story and it stopped. And so we've got to make sure that we don't let anybody get to the stopping point now. We've got a long way to go with the rest of session, a lot of bills that we're going to have to fight off, even though we've met this crossover deadline. So now, as important as ever, we need you to stay engaged. We need you to share this video. We need you to share the information about these bills of concern that we have issue with, and make sure that you're staying connected to your legislators all the way to the end of session. So I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you continue to reach out to them. Tell them thank you for the service that they're doing, and thank you for listening to you on these issues that we have so many concerns about. And we look forward to updating you again next week on probably a busier week as we get back into the routine of regular session.